All right, welcome to the Constructor and Classes series. First, we're going to talk about what constructors are, why they're useful, and then we're going to see why and how they were replaced by classes, which improved on constructor functions. Okay, first of all, in JavaScript, there are two types of constructors. We have the built-in ones provided by the engine, and then we have the ones that you can write by yourself. Let's see some built-in ones. Let's go on the right. So JavaScript's built-in constructors are the ones with capital, like capital A, array, capital O, object, capital S, string, and so on. Okay. And what these do is that whenever you create an array, like const ARR is equal to an empty array, right? What that actually does under the hood is that it calls the array constructor. And remember, we can prove this just by doing array.constructor is triple equal to capital array. Okay. Now, what about our own constructors? How do we do that? Let's make it function, and then all constructor functions should start with a capital letter. You don't have to, but that's just convention. So let's just say I'm going to make a function that provides product templates. So product, let's say we're a store like Amazon. So our product, what properties should it have? Well, if you want to sell a product, people need to know its name. Let's say also its condition, and finally the price, right? Now, what is the sole purpose of a function constructor? Its sole purpose is to create an object, and that object will have all the key value pairs, either properties or methods that you provide in the argument, okay? And that can happen with the keyword this. So if you say this.name is equal to name, what JavaScript is actually doing is that when you call this function constructor with the new keyword, it will create an object, and in that object will have a name property with the value of whatever you want to pass in for the name. Isn't that cool? And then we're going to do the same thing for condition. This.condition equals condition. And remember, the keyword this inside the function constructor will always refer to the newly created object that the function will create later down the line. And then this.price is equal to price. Now, we're going to do const hat is equal to new product. What's the name? Well, the name is hat. What's the condition? Let's just say new. And the price I'll put as 100. Okay. So just this one line created an object. Let's console.log hat. Okay. Now, if we look at this, we see that it's capital P product here. So it's saying, hey, this is an instance of your function product. And you see that it has all of the properties and values that we put here inside of the constructor. Now, let's prove that hat was constructed by capital P product. We can do hat instance of product. So whenever a constructor constructs an object, that new object is an instance of the constructor. And remember, we can also do hat.constructor is equal to product. And that's also true. Okay, so how is this useful to us? Well, now we can make multiple products, right? Let's say shoe, and then I just have to change this to shoe. And then let's console.log hat and shoe. See, two different products, and the key value pairs inside can be modified dynamically as soon as you try to create it. Okay. So this way it makes it a lot easier to create thousands and thousands of products. And now I'm going to show you how we can even use a loop or map or reduce to create products. All right, so now we still have the same constructor function for our products. Now we have an array of new items we want to add to the store. And as a challenge, we want to create an array of these new products where the names matches here. The condition will be random, either true either new or used, and the price is also random from 0 to 100. So how can we do this? Well, I defined a function, create new items. What are we going to do inside of here? Well, first, I'm going to declare an empty array, const final array is equal to an empty array. Now, I'm going to loop through this with the for of loop because I realize I don't need to know the indexes of each of these. So I can do for const, and I'll call each item of what? Of new items ARR. And as we're looping through this, I'm going to push in final array.push. What am I pushing in? I'm going to push in a new instance or a new product. And this product argument, the first one is the name that it gets, right? Which comes from where? Which comes from item right here. So item. And then condition for now, I'll just put them all as new. And then price, I will put them all as 100 for now. Okay. And then I'm going to console.log the final array. And then I also have to return the final array. Okay. And then down here, I would say create new items. Go. All right, let's see what we get. See, we get all of these products created just like that. Cool, huh? Now, how do we get a random condition? Well, right here, we can just do a ternary assignment. I would do const condition is equal to, let's say we're going to call math.random. And if math.random is less than 0.5, condition would be new. Else, it would be used. Okay. So math.random, this will either be new or used 50% of the time, roughly. Okay. Now, how do we do the random price? Well, we can do const price is equal to, now since we want integer prices, right? Math.floor, and then inside math.random, which will give us 0.0021, and then we're going to multiply it by the number that we want. In this case, 101. All right. And then we're going to push that. And then now we can replace these here with condition and price. So if we open up our console, you see, we got a bunch of used and one new, and all the prices are also random. If I refresh, see, everything's different. But see that the name stays the same, right? And the order stays the same, right? Because we use a for of loop. Okay, let's move on.